Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. I choose Phoenix.
Hello, and welcome to another chapter of Why It Matters, brought to you by Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. We're so excited to be here today with Why It Matters. I'm here in Loveland, Colorado with Greg Kelley. He's the branch manager of Phoenix Home Care in Loveland. Why do we do Why It Matters? Why It Matters is a little series of vignettes that showcase resources and opportunities that help us celebrate the moments that life gives us. And Why It Matters helps Phoenix bring our mission to life. So Greg, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for inviting us up here to Loveland. We're very excited to be here in your wonderful part of the world.
Glad to have you.
So we are getting ready to start something, or are starting something here in Phoenix, Loveland that is very exciting, and it's called HCBS. So what is HCBS?
Yeah, absolutely. So HCBS Services is a program through Medicaid called Home and Community-Based Services. So what that means is individuals who qualify for certain waivers through Medicaid, such as the elderly, blind, and disabled waiver, are able to get additional assistance in their home, either because they need that and they never plan to leave their home, or as an alternative to living in a senior living facility.
Okay.
So they can get personal care assistance, such as help with getting dressed in the morning if they have a disability or are no longer able to help dress themselves. It can also range to meal preparation, going to the grocery store for them. So that falls under the homemaking side of it.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
so
it is.
How do I know if I qualify? I'm sitting here, I'm watching Why It Matters, and I think maybe I could use that service. How do I know?
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll know that you can qualify. To start with, you have to have Medicaid. You can contact the local Office on Aging through any county. Larimer and Weld County are two of the primary counties that we work with in northern Colorado. And you can even apply to see if you could qualify for Medicaid if you don't already have it.
Okay.
If you do already have Medicaid, you just have to qualify for one of the waivers. So like the elderly, blind, and disabled waiver, or the spinal cord injury waiver, and there's a couple additional waivers as well that you could see if you qualify for, and then you get authorized services based on a needs basis.
Okay.
So some people have just 2 hours a week where we come in and help do their laundry for them, because that
Wow.
may be the only thing that's keeping them from being independent.
Sure.
Or we have people that might need 2 to 4 hours per day, where they need help in the morning or help in the evening to keep them independent and living at home.
And eating properly and
Yeah.
hygiene, proper hygiene, maybe house cleaning as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
Those are all types of things that help my independence, help me stay in my own home.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I know that here in Loveland that Greg Kelley does a lot more than just HCBS. So what else do you do? I mean, you're the branch manager. What does Phoenix Home Care do in Loveland?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have quite a variety of services. So it ranges from home health care, where we work with people's insurances after a sickness, a surgery, or a setback, where we can bring in physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech language pathology, registered nurses, and even social work, where we can help people regain their mobility, regain their independence, help them thrive in their own home or wherever they might live at. So we can service people wherever they're at. We also do privately paid services. So that's kind of the counterpart to the HCBS services for people who don't qualify for Medicaid or don't qualify for an elderly, blind, and disabled waiver. Anybody can choose to pay privately for the same types of services. There's much less rules and regulations on the types of services we can provide. It's up to the individual to decide how many hours a week they need. And that can all go through privately paid or through long-term care insurance as an alternative if they were not to be able to qualify for the HCBS services. So those are the two primary sides of the spectrum that we cover here in Loveland, both the medical and non-medical side of care.
And you've been with Phoenix for a little while, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I joined Phoenix about 1.5 years ago. So I moved out here from Indianapolis, Indiana, to work for Phoenix Home Care shortly after they opened the Loveland branch. So since then, it's been a fantastic time of growth. We've opened up an office in North Glen, so we primarily cover from the south side of Denver all the way up through Fort Collins.
Wow.
So that has led to
many opportunities.
Many opportunities,
and
absolutely.
Great moments to serve people and keep people in their own homes.
Yeah.
Well, Greg, it's awesome to have you on Why It Matters. I thank you very much for joining us.
All right, thank you.
And thank you for joining us for an episode of Why It Matters. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. I choose Phoenix.